Hi everyone, and welcome to another class on my YouTube channel, Tom Yoga Om. Today we're going to be doing a class that's about opening up the region of the chest, the shoulders, the upper back, and from a spiritual standpoint, we're opening up the heart chakra, so we're opening up that energy that's connected to our sense of love and care. I hope you're as excited as I am about the class. I really like what this class can do for that upper back and shoulder region, so let's get to it. We are going to start on our backs. And the reason, and we're going to come into reclined butterfly pose, so feet together and hips towards the heels. You can just roll yourself back, drop your head on the floor, arms beside you, and just make yourself comfortable. And the reason I like to start in this position is because it's a really nice passive way to open up the hips. It's kind of hard to do that actively in our yoga. There are a couple of poses you can do, but this one just gets right to it. So take the time you need to get comfortable and bring your hands beside you or on your belly or on your chest. Just start to take some deep breaths down into the belly and up into the chest. Feel yourself relax as you exhale. And start to just become aware of the weight of your hands and the weight of your feet, wherever they're placed. And see if you can feel them soften and kind of melt and let go as you exhale. Feel the weight of your arms and your legs and do the same. So feeling them soften as you exhale. And then feel the weight of the hips and the shoulders. And your whole spine and the back of your head. And then the whole back of your body. And then breathe in a little bit deeper and inhale into the front of the body. So let the belly and the chest rise up a little higher. And exhale all of the air out. And on your next breath in, just follow the breath with your awareness down through your nostrils, into the back of your throat, into your chest and then your belly. And all the way out again. And on your next breath in, let the breath flow in again. Keep following it with your awareness. This time as you exhale, let the breath and let your awareness just rest around the chest region. And just become aware of that space of the physical chest. Become aware of your shoulders, the front of your chest, the back of your upper back. And take a deep breath into this space and just notice the qualities of your breath from a physical standpoint. So notice how large or small the breath feels. Does your breath feel expansive or small? Does your breath feel long or short, wide or narrow, smooth or coarse? Let's just take 3 deep breaths into this space. This is where we're going to be working today, in that region of the upper chest, the region of the upper back. So just become aware of how it makes you feel on a physical level, what you do feel on a physical level. And if you're into the spiritual side of things, know that this part of the body connects to our heart chakra, Anahata chakra. And that chakra is connected to our sense of love and compassion. not only towards others, but also towards ourselves. It's said that when we are blocked in this region, then we find ourselves feeling a little bit shy. And when it's overactive, we find ourselves giving our love away freely. And so what we're looking to do when we work with this region of the body in a physical way is to get the energy flowing in that space to hopefully even out whatever's going on. And we're going to be moving in and out to, moving sort of in a way to either calm it down or hype it up, depending on what you need. Just take a deep breath into the chest. One more here. And if you'd like to set an intention for yourself today, you can. You can start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. Take your hands under your knees and lift your knees together. They might be, your legs and your hips might be a little tight, mine are. Then bring your knees onto your chest to give them a gentle squeeze in. And then slowly release them down onto the floor. We're just going to start by grounding down and connecting back to a sense of strength. So press down into your feet and your hands, and let's all take a deep breath into the belly and into the chest, holding here. Exhale, press down into your feet and your hands, and on your next breath in, we're going to inhale, lift our hips up into a bridge pose, but just start by lifting the hips up first, and then roll your back up off the floor, lifting up onto your shoulders, your hands and your feet. Hold here, breathe into your belly and your chest, let them rise up. And as you exhale, roll your spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. That's it. Let's do one more like that. So breathing in, lifting up, and this time lift up a little bit higher. Press your hips up a little higher, and then breathe into the belly and into the chest. Before exhaling to roll your spine down nice and slow. Good, and then draw your knees into your chest, give them a gentle squeeze. Breathe into the belly, breathe into your chest. And exhale, draw your knees in a little bit closer. Stretch into your lower back. One more breath, rotate the other way, breathing in. And exhale, breathing out. Draw your knees in a little closer. Nice. Take your hands behind your legs. And from here, just rock yourself forwards and backwards. And you can take as many of these rocks as you'd like to kind of massage into the spine. Some people love this and some people really don't like it. So if you have had enough, feel free to stop. Otherwise, just do one more and then meet at the top of the mat with your legs extended. Bring yourself into staff pose Dandasana by taking your hands beside you, fingertips pointing forward, and draw your toes back towards you to stretch the backs of your feet. As you exhale, point your feet, stretch the fronts of your feet, the fronts of your legs. Nice. Can you press into your hands as well? Breathe into your belly and your chest. Pull the toes back, and exhale, point the toes. Nice. One more here, breathing in. And breathing out. Good, and then from here, pull those toes back. Inhale to reach the arms up. And as you exhale, extend your hands as far forward as you can. You don't need to come far because we haven't warmed up at all. And then when you feel the stretch in your lower back or in your hamstrings, just drop your arms down. And from here, just tuck your chin down and take a couple of deep breaths into the spine. See if you can inhale into the lower back, the upper back, and as you exhale, soften. And take 2 more deep breaths in and out here. Inhaling and exhaling. And last one, and really let these breaths and this fold be really gentle. Inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, you can bring your hands on either side of your legs, walk them as far forward as you can, and then reach them forward and up as you breathe in, before exhaling them through to your heart center. Good, cross your ankles over, and just take a moment to press down into your feet and your sitting bones. Take your hands beside you, and as you breathe in, reach your arms up. And as you breathe out, float your hands down. 2 more like that. See if you can really lift your shoulders up as you breathe in to get that full breath coming into the sides of the chest. And then exhale, float your hands down. And last one, full breath in. And a full breath out. Good. As you inhale next, sweep your hands out in front of you, kind of stretching into the backs of the shoulders. And as you exhale, twist to your left side. So left hand behind you, right hand onto your left knee, looking towards your left shoulder. Take 2 deep breaths in and out. If you want to twist deeper, you can by pressing onto that left knee with your right hand. And if you want to straighten your back a little more, which is kind of good, lean into your right sitting bone a little more. One more breath. After that exhale, just sweep your arms forward into the ceiling and exhale to the other side, nice and simple. Ground down to that left sitting bone. Take a full breath into the belly and the chest. And exhale, twist by pressing onto that right knee, looking towards that right shoulder. Nice, and you might like to drop your shoulders down or squeeze your shoulder blades together. Last breath. And then inhale to come back to center, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, drop your left hand down, reach your right arm over, stretching to the side of the body, a lateral stretch. So we're opening up the side of the body. Try to ground down into your right sitting bone as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, press down into it and extend your right hand to that left side. And on your next breath in, we're going to inhale and sweep our right arm out in front of us to stretch into the back. And exhale to sweep it all the way back over to the left side. 2 more. Breathing in, reach it out across, and breathing out, reach it back. And last one, full breath in, and a slow breath out, reach it back. Feels good, eh? And then press down into that left hand, lift yourselves up, and drop your right hand down, reach your left arm over. Inhaling, pressing down into that bottom left sitting bone. Exhaling, reaching out through the left fingertips. And then inhaling, sweeping your left arm out in front of you. And exhale, sweep it back. 2 more, breathing in. And as you reach back, you might like to kind of take that left shoulder a little further back behind you to get a bit more of a stretch. And last one, full breath in. And a full breath out. Good, then press into your right hand, lift both arms up, and from here, interlace your fingers, extend your arms out in front of you into like a pistol grip, and you're pointing and reaching your hands forward, trying to pull your hands apart, and just drawing your chin down and taking 2 deep breaths into your upper back. Inhaling to expand that space and exhaling to soften. And once again, tune into how it feels like to breathe into the space. Is it easier yet? Or does it feel the same like it did at the start of the class? One more breath. Pull your hands apart, pull your shoulders and your arms apart. Feel that stretch. And then slowly release your hands down and come down onto your hands and your knees into a tabletop position. Let's start with 5 cat-cows. Make them small to begin with and then grow them larger. So inhaling, dropping the belly down, opening the chest up. And exhaling, rounding your back up to the ceiling, drawing the chin in. 4 more. Make it bigger. 3 more. 2 more. That's it. And the last one, really feel the curling in your spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, and then step your right leg back, nice and slow. Stretch into your hamstring, stretch into the back of that right foot. And lift the space between your shoulders, the space of the thoracic spine upwards. And then step your left foot back. Now you're in a full plank. And just take a full and slow breath here. Good, and then press into your hands. Meet back in downward facing dog. And start to pedal your knees left to right to kind of work into the hips a little bit, to work into the hamstrings a little more, and to just notice how your feet and your legs are feeling. My legs feel super tight right now because I just played some football, some soccer. So my foot is sore, my hamstring is a little tight on the right side, but it feels good to stretch it. Alrighty, take one more full breath in and a slow breath out. And when you're ready, just walk your feet forward to the top of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold yourself down. And then take a hold of your elbows, bend your knees pretty generously. Just sway your torso from side to side and feel your back soften and relax. Let's take a few breaths here. You can do a couple of yeses and nos with your head. And once again, breathe into the heart space. Space around the chest, the upper shoulders, the upper back. What does it feel like to breathe here? When we fold forward in yoga, it offers us a chance to kind of tune inwards and to connect with our senses. And one of those might just be how we feel physically, how we feel mentally, and how we feel emotionally. Although that's not really a sense, you kind of know what I mean, right? We're kind of tuning in. So how do you feel physically today? How do you feel mentally, and how do you feel emotionally? Release your hands down to the floor. And today I'd like you to bend your knees and reach your hands down towards the ground before lowering your hips down as you reach your hands forward and lift your arms up. Full breath in. And then exhale your hands down through to your heart center. Slow breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, float your hands down. One more, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Nice. Just press down into your feet and get a real good sense of grounding into the floor. From here, we're going to do a little bit of a flow. When we fold forward, as I mentioned before, it's all to do with kind of tuning inwards and checking in. But sometimes what we need is to increase the level of energy that we've got flowing through the space. So that's what we're going to do right now. To begin with, I'd like you to take your hands behind you and interlace your fingers behind your back. We'll start slow and then we'll move into it. It's a bit of a sequence. As you inhale, reach your arms down, lift your chest up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, bend your knees, fold yourself down and let your arms hang over the top of your head. Then inhale, drop your hands to your lower back, bend your knees, sweep your hands past your heels, past your toes, lift up into a chair pose, Utkatasana. And as you exhale, fold yourself down. Good. Then to lift yourself up, reach your hands down towards the floor, then out in front of you and all the way to the ceiling before exhaling your hands down through to your heart center. That's one round. We're going to do 4 more. So hands behind you, inhale, reaching up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, hands onto your lower back, sweep them past your feet, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, reach your hands to the floor and then up to the ceiling, breathing in. And exhale your hands down through to your heart center. 2. Got 3 more. Breathing in, hands behind you, reach your hands down, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, drop the hands, sweep them past your feet, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach to the floor, then to the ceiling, all the way up. Exhale your hands through to heart center. 2 more, breathing in. Breathing out, folding. Breathing in, chair pose. Breathing out, folding. Breathing in, reaching forward and up. And exhaling, hands to heart center. We've got 1 more. Breathing in. Breathing out, folding. Breathing in chair pose. Breathing out, folding. Reaching to the floor, lifting all the way up. Breathing in. And exhale your hands down through your heart center. Good. Just take a moment here. Press into your feet. Take 2 deep breaths in and out. Exhale to ground down into your feet. And just feel that flow and that new energy in your chest. That flow of blood, that flow of energy, the flow of prana. And you can gently open your eyes, step your feet a little wider and take your hands down onto your knees. And from here we're going to do 4 cat-cows. As you inhale, just drop your belly down, open your chest up. And as you exhale, draw your chin in, round your back away from you. And inhale, drop the belly down, open your chest up. And exhale, round your back away from you. 3 more, breathing in. And breathing out. And last one, breathing in. And breathing out. Nice, then press into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And from here we're going to fold all the way down. Inhale into your halfway lift. And exhale, bend your knees, fold yourself down, plant your hands onto the floor and step back into your plank. Take a full breath into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, lower yourself down onto your belly and your chest. And then inhale into your cobra. Lift your chest up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And exhale to roll yourself down. Good. Tuck your toes under, lift up into a plank or a tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg up, breathing in. And exhale, step the foot forward to the top of the mat. Good. Drop the back knee to the ground. Flatten the back foot out on the floor. And as you inhale, just move your hips back behind you. Good. And exhale, send your hips forward and sink them down. 2 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. And last one. Breathing in. And breathing out. Nice. Get your left knee above your left ankle, press into that left foot and then sweep both arms up, breathing in. And as you exhale, sink your hips down and just hold there for 2 breaths. Breathing in, reach your arms up. Breathe into the belly and the chest. And as you exhale, just relax into those hips. 1 more breath, reaching up, breathing in. And exhaling, sinking down. Nice. From here, we're going to take our hands out to the sides with our palms facing up. I want you to breathe into the front of your body, lift your chest up, and as you exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, reach your thumbs towards one another and sink your hips. And then relax, breathe into the belly and the chest. And as you breathe out, squeezing the shoulders together, moving the thumbs backwards behind you, sinking the hips. Last one, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good. And then inhale, reach your arms up. And from here, we're going to drop our hands down onto the floor. We're going to plant our right hand down and sweep and lift our left arm up for a closed twist. And as you exhale, reach your left hand towards the front of the room, towards the front of the mat rather. Breathe into the left side of the body. Exhale to extend that left arm. And then inhale to reach your left arm back behind you. Press into the bottom hand, lift yourself up and squeeze your fingers, squeeze your hands, interlace your hands, bring your hands together, squeeze your shoulders together, lift your chest up. And as you exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down into a humble warrior pose. So we're going to drop the torso onto the inside of that left leg. Reach your arms back behind you. And from here, for your humble warrior, it's kind of tempting to have your chest on that left knee, but I encourage you to take it off and bring it onto the inside of that left leg. And to feel the stretch, just press into your left foot. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. Press into that left foot. Feel the stretch in the left hip. 1 more full round of breath. Good, and slowly release your hands to your lower back, then out in front of you. Step back into your plank, full breath in. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale into your cobra. Exhale to lower down. Inhale up into a plank or a tabletop. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, breathing in. Exhale to step the foot forward to the top of the mat and drop the back knee to the floor. Come up onto your fingertips, and we're starting with that dynamic stretch, so it's a nice way to open up. Inhale, move your hips back behind you. Exhale, send your hips forward and sink them down. Just do 2 more like that, breathing in and breathing out. Last one. Good. Keep that right knee above the right ankle. Sweep your arms up. And exhale, sink your hips down. 2 breaths, really reaching up. And exhale, sinking down. And last one, full breath in. And a full breath out. Good. This time, interlace your fingertips. Inhale, we're going to draw our elbows wide, so as to move the shoulders away from the neck. So we're drawing the elbows wide. Sorry, interlacing the fingers, palms facing up, draw the elbows wide, lift your chest up. And as you exhale, we're going to sink the hips and press the palms up, stretching into the forearms. Inhale, draw the elbows wide, lift yourself up. And exhale, press those palms up, sink the hips down, stretch into the forearms. Last one, full breath in and out. Good, then release your hands down onto the floor. Keep your left hand grounded, lift your right arm up. Turn your right palm to face the front of your mat and extend your right hand towards the front of your mat. Breathe into the right side of your body. Exhale to extend. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, sweep your right arm back behind you. Press into that bottom hand, lift yourself up. Interlace your fingers behind your back and reach your hands down as you lift your chest up. And from here, just lowering yourself down onto the inside of your right leg. Press down into that right foot. That's what will work into your right hip. And take 2 more deep breaths in and out. Good, then release your hands onto your lower back, bring your arms out in front of you, and from here I want you to turn your right foot out to the side and place your right hand out in front of it, and then step your left foot to your left wrist, like so. Nice, now we're coming up into our yogi squat, and so from here what we want to do is take our arms onto the insides of our knees, our palms together, and just gently press into the legs with your arms. And just feel that stretch on the insides of the legs. At the same time, press your legs inwards to feel the stretch happening in the shoulders a little bit. And then take a breath into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, draw your chin down. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. Two more. And last one. Nice. Release your hands down to the floor. We're almost there. We're going to take ourselves into a tabletop position. And then I'd like you to come into Anahata, which is heart melting pose. It's going to be one of the last postures we do today. For Anahata, heart melting pose, you can keep your hips above your knees and extend your arms out in front of you as far as you can before lowering your torso down. Good. For some of you, you might come up onto your elbows. Some of you, you'll come even lower. And you're just looking to open up into the chest. So as you breathe here, inhale into the chest and the chest space. And as you exhale, feel the chest space soften. Take 3 deep breaths in and out here. Soften across the backs of the shoulders. And take one final breath. And then slowly press into your hands and walk them back underneath your shoulders. And just notice how the space in the back feels, especially in the upper back after that heart-melting pose. And let's just do 3 more cat-cows here, just to neutralize the spine. So inhaling, lowering the belly down, opening the chest up. And exhaling, pressing the floor away, drawing the chin in. 2 more. Last one. Good, and then come back to your neutral position. Cross your ankles over and bring your legs out in front of you one last time. We're just going to use that folding forward movement to tune in one more time and to breathe into the chest before we make our way onto our back. So just start by inhaling, lifting your arms up, and exhaling, reaching them forward and down over your legs. And breathe into your back. And exhale to fold yourself deeper. Take 3 deep breaths here. And just notice how your back feels. Notice how your body feels. And on your next breath in, just follow your breath down into that region of the chest and notice how it feels to physically breathe into this space. And what are the qualities of the breath? Does it feel large and expansive, wide or narrow, smooth or coarse? After that third exhale, move your hands either sides of your legs. Spider crawl your hands as far forward as you can and reach them forward and up as you breathe in. Before exhaling your hands down through to your heart center, relax your shoulders and your neck. Good, take your hands beside you and scoot your hips towards your heels before lowering yourself down onto the floor. But I'd like you to think of extending when you do that. So you're slowly rolling yourself down, extending the spine out onto the ground, moving your arms out of your way, and just start by having your knees bent. And notice that when your knees are bent, your lower back is flattened on the floor and it's supported. Once you have enough flexibility in your back, you'll be able to extend your legs and feel that your back is still supported and extended. But if you find that when you lengthen your legs, your lower back feels a little bit tight, then just bend those knees again so that you are comfortable. And just take a couple of deep breaths into the front of the body, front of the belly, the front of the chest. And a slow breath out. Find that rhythm to your breath. Once again, tune into the weight of your hands and your feet. And notice the space underneath them. Let them sink down on the exhale. Notice the weight of your arms and your legs, and let them sink down on the exhale. and your hips and your shoulders. And your whole spine and the back of your head. And let's take 5 more deep breaths in and out here. And as you breathe, once again, tune into that space around the heart, around the chest. And notice the air as it flows in and out. Notice the qualities of your breath and see if they've changed. Do they feel larger or wider or smoother compared to the start of the class? And if you're able to tune in and sense those physical changes, just notice your emotional changes and your mental change as well. How do you feel right now? Where are your thoughts? And when you think of love for others or for yourself, how does that make you feel? And where do your thoughts go? Sometimes when we don't have enough energy in our heart region, or when we've got too much, it can happen as well, but sometimes when there's not enough there, we find ourselves feeling really resistant to any kind of talk about love or kindness towards ourselves. And I guess the most important thing to remember is that finding that love, connecting to that love, really starts with yourself. So even if this isn't for you, if this isn't your jam, that's what we say in Australia. I don't know if you say it wherever you're watching it, but if this isn't your jam, if this isn't what you're into, just have a go, just for a moment, taking 3 final breaths and sending love to yourself and being empathetic to yourself. When you're ready, you can start to wriggle your fingers and your toes, or you can stay here a little bit longer if you'd like. And just make enough movement until you feel comfortable to reach your arms back behind you, stretch your toes out in front of you, take a full breath into the front of the body. And as you exhale, draw your knees onto your chest, curl your spine up off the ground, off the floor, and roll over onto your right side. Take a breath or two here. Before making your way up to a comfortable seat. And bring your hands out beside you. And take a full breath in to lift your arms up. Before exhaling to draw your hands down to your heart center. Just connect to the breath and to that sensation in the chest one more time. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I hope that you connected to a little bit of that sense of love around the region of the chest and from opening up the region of the chest. Have a great day, night, wherever you are. Namaste.